Hey everyone, NecroVMX here, and I apologize for the poor quality of my voice in this recording. I am rather sick, I have a cold, nothing major, but I'm very stuffed up and congested. But I did want to get this movie review out for you guys, because yesterday, since it's after midnight, I went to see Creed. Creed is billed as a spin-off of the Rocky series, mostly because it doesn't focus primarily on Rocky Balboa as a character, but I would say this is less of a spin-off, more of a continuation. After the last movie, Rocky Balboa, they pretty much sewed up his boxing career for good with one last hurrah, but in this one he plays trainer to the illegitimate son of his late friend and rival Apollo Creed, Adonis Creed, played by Michael B. Jordan. The reason that I say it's a continuation rather than a spin-off is because every bit of this film feels like a Rocky movie. The only thing it doesn't have is the scrolling text at the beginning, though to be fair, Rocky IV didn't have that either. Instead, we get a cold open that starts with the origin of Adonis Creed, though it leaves enough blanks to be filled in later on in the film. The movie is heavy on character development, not just for Creed or the now very aged Rocky, but also for secondary characters, which is nice to see. The story involves Adonis trying to break into the world of professional boxing, but he refuses to attach himself to his famous father or use the name Creed due to wanting to earn everything himself and build his own legacy. He seeks out Rocky to train him, who is at first reluctant but later gives in when Adonis is very persistent. There's a few subplots as well, one involving a slow-burning romance between Creed and his neighbor, a singer who is slowly losing her hearing, and another has to do with Marianne Creed, the late Apollo's wife, accepting Creed's chosen path, something that she didn't want for him and she feels Apollo would not have wanted for him. The movie, at first, I thought played fast and loose with the Rocky series continuity, but it all gets explained and it does fit in rather well. One thing that bugged me was not seeing Marianne's children. I suppose they're grown and they have their own careers and paths and whatnot, but I think it would have been interesting for them to meet their half-brother. Rocky's son is also missing, though this is explained. The most interesting character is Rocky, who feels everything has moved on and left him. Adrian, Paulie, Mickey, Apollo. He's just sort of left living day to day, wondering why he's the only survivor. He teaches Adonis to fight, but also learns from him. There's another side plot that I don't really want to get into because it would be kind of spoilery, but let's just say that the old, stubborn, and clearly very afraid Rocky pairs well with the fearless Creed, who needs to learn to be less uptight and easily manipulated. The story's great, but what's even better is the acting. Pretty much everybody involved was great in this. Stallone impressed me in this one. He's not known as a great actor. He'll never be spoken of like De Niro or Hopkins, but he's had some great moments over his career, and most of them relate to Rocky Balboa. Last year, when I did Testosterothon, I spoke about how natural it was for Stallone to play Rocky because he pretty much is Rocky, and if you replace boxing with acting, their career paths and their rises and falls, they match each other up pretty well. And with this one, we're getting someone who is tired, but he's not completely out of the game. He has some wisdom to pass on, but he has a lot to learn himself. Michael B. Jordan as Creed, I mean, what can I say? He's one of the most talented young actors out there, and he's known for giving powerful performances, such as in Fruitvale Station, and no, you can't blame him for Fantastic Four at all. I was also impressed with Felicia Rashad as Marianne Creed, a role played previously by Sylvia Meals. I always felt that she should have gotten more development, especially after Apollo died, but she just vanished from the series. Not only is it good to see her again, even if played by a different actress, it's nice to see that it's explained why she wasn't in Rocky's life in the last two movies. Creed is great, all things considered, though it's not perfect. The movie doesn't really have flaws per se, but its emotional impact is less than Rocky Balboa and the original Rocky, so I would have to say if I was to rank all 7 films, I'd put Rocky Balboa at the top, the original Rocky was second best, and then Creed is my third pick. And if you're curious, after that, it would be Rocky 2, and then 4, and then 3, and then we don't even speak of 5. I'll give Creed a 9 out of 10. I can't believe I'm saying this, but yes, I do hope the series continues past this point. Although Rocky Balboa was the perfect ending to the series, Creed is a nearly perfect revival, and it opens up new avenues for storytelling, and it has a great deal of potential.